14 of 25 on the way here in the diamonds. Do we have the Julio Jones moment here? Definitely have an authentic.
Uh-oh.
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 This one does have a little extra heft to it, Colin.
Oh, no.
Oh, what do we got?
So.
What do we got? Oh, you know what it'd be, Colin.
Oh.
The Julio Jones cracked SpeedFlex authentic. Wow. Travis Floyd, $87. This thing is worth well over $1,000, maybe more than $2,000 online. The cracked. It's got the visor. Julio Jones, the most active receiving yards of any player, more than 13,000 for his career. He's number 2 all-time in receiving yards per game, behind just Justin Jefferson, the SpeedFlex. Travis Floyd, 1 spot. Julio Jones. Are you kidding me, Colin?
Goodness gracious. I mean, easily one of the best receivers of all time, but...
Beckett certified there, too, by the way.
Maybe the best. Alex and I were talking about it yesterday. The best wide receiver of the 2010s. And it's got to be either him, Antonio Brown, or Larry Fitzgerald, I think, are the top 3.
For me, it's Larry Fitz.
Yeah.
But Julio, I would say second or third. I agree with your list. Those got to be the top 3. Julio probably did it for longer than Antonio. If you want to go longevity.
Yeah.
I think Larry Fitz did it longer than both. I mean, Fitz is second all-time in receiving yards. He had more more tackles than drop passes.
Yeah, which is insane.
Julio's definitely in that discussion. I got to put him top 10 all-time for me. I mean, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely, if he's not, he's knocking on the door. Top 15, easy.
Yeah.
But I think closer to top 10. That's one of my favorite stats, though, about Larry Fitzgerald. In football, period.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah.
More tackles than drop passes. I mean, receiving yards per game. I think some guys forget about, he didn't get him enough touchdown catches in fantasy. For me, Colin, personally, I think receiving yards are more important than receiving touchdowns because it shows your impact on the game as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not talking fantasy, of course. That's different if we're talking fantasy.
This guy's a special way of getting himself open and running great routes, which is why I think he's going to do good in the Eagle system. Again, just even though he's not going to be the guy, he's old in the later stage of his career, but creating more space, another body to worry about, I think it's good for the offense.
Yeah, no doubt. Makes me a little bit worried as a Chief fan if there's that rematch, that veteran experience. I mean, there is the rematch in the regular season. I'm talking about the Super Bowl. Bob says, don't forget A.J. Green. A.J. Green was very, very good. Not at the same level as those guys. I mean, we're looking at over 13,000 yards for Julio. I think Fitzgerald had over 14, maybe even 15. A.J. Green is closer to like the 10, 11 mark. But, I mean, he's great, too. No doubt about that, A.J. Green.
Yeah. He's probably my top 5, I would say, of the 2010s wide
A.J.
receivers.
Green?
Yeah. He's up there if he's not in the top 5.
Yeah. Almost Super Bowl MVP if it wasn't for the 28-3.
Yikes.
So right now, Julio Jones has 13,629 receiving yards. So to get in the top 10, he is about 700 yards away. If he plays another 2 seasons, he'll be in the top 10 all-time in receiving yards.
I think he can do it.
So it's tough not to put him in the top 10 ever for me, the great Julio Jones.
This helmet might be in the top 10 all-time of lids we've had in the break room.
Look at this thing. We don't get a lot of cracked lids. This is absolutely spectacular right here on the Julio Jones.
I like our new cameras, too. They finally kind of give these helmets some justice on the actual stream.
I think the authentic helmets look a lot cleaner. Mm-hmm. And I love that the little stuff on them. I think the jerseys look a little bit different, but the authentic helmets look even better on the new stream.
Yeah, I agree. Looks like a superhero, Power Ranger.
So congrats, Travis.